Alright, so I believe I've gone live now. Just give me a sec to update some stuff and I will get started. Alright, so hello again everyone. You can call me Jimmy, and this is my Dark Souls 2 live stream. Again, this is just a stream I put on every week. Basically what I'm doing is a continuous playthrough of Dark Souls and giving you guys a chance to see a entire real-time playthrough of the game. Again, this is every Friday at around 6 p.m. Alright, so last time we left off we had started in on Hyde's Tower Flame, and we had just defeated the Old Knight with a Great Mace. If you remember, he dropped the Sublime Bone Dust, and we're going to go ahead and burn that now. We're back in Majula, and this is the only place you can burn that Sublime Bone Dust. And what that's going to do is increase how much health the Estus Flask heals for every time we use it. So as you can see, it burns, and you get the notice some strange force has affected your Estus Flask. And from there we're going to travel back to the Tower of Flame. Again, with this character, I'm going complete dual wielding. For my, I guess you could say, primary set of weapons, what I'm using is the twin short swords, and for my boss setup I am using a falchion and a scimitar. I'm probably going to be changing out what types of weapons I'm using just to kind of get the best feel of what I like in the game. So with these knights, generally pretty easy if you just dodge on their sword side. Having a little bit of difficulty with this first guy, but that's alright. So since we're right here, and I'm just going to go back to the bonfire and try that again. So generally what I try and do is just walk in on their sword side, back out on that second swing, and when they do that, come down. You can get in a few easy hits there. If you stay too close into the side, he's going to hit you with that second swing. As you can see, he has a pretty good reach on those swings, and if you just keep moving to their sword side, you'll generally stay in their blind spot and be able to get those 2-3 hits in as you're seeing. Keep on moving. And this guy, you could attempt to wear him down with a bow, but it's going to be just as easy to get in here and grab those hits. And then back off so that I don't walk myself off a cliff edge. It is possible to get some of these knights to actually walk themselves off of cliff edges. If you do the positioning just right on them, but that's partially luck, and you have to do a lot of baiting to get them to that point. So, and just like that. So as you can see, after I killed that old knight, this lever here comes up. If I pull it, you can see it's affecting the platform down there behind that other knight. And that is actually a boss arena that we are heading for. So for this next fight, the easiest way I found to do it is pull out a bow of some kind. And you can actually pluck away at this old knight with the great sword, and he'll slowly walk up to you. But again, just their general pace gives you enough time to whittle away a good chunk of his health with the bow before you actually have to engage in melee. I always find these great knight wielding or great sword wielding knights a bit trickier than the sword and shield knights. Simply because their moveset is such where you think you have an opening to gain a few hits, but then they'll do a wide arc swing. Hopefully I'll get a chance to show it to you here without me getting hurt or killing him too soon. So for these guys, so you want to watch out for that sort of horizontal slash. And as you can see, took a pretty good hit there. These guys are the Great Sword Knights are very hard to dodge if you're trying to roll away from them. I would, in general, recommend trying to just straight stay out of range of their attacks or walk out of the hitbox of their attacks. They track far too well for dodging to be effective, because by the time you finish dodging, they're already going to be up and back into their swing. So now that's what I was saying about these knights sort of having a wide arc to their swing. If you notice, even though I was directly behind him, that swing just had such a wide angle on it that even being in that position, he still hit me with it. And again, these knights actually do track with their attacks pretty well. Alright, so he's down. I'm gonna pop a life gem. Now, for those of you wondering why I use life gems instead of my Estus flask, I just kind of got into the habit of trying to save Estus for the boss fights as opposed to just getting to them. You can always buy more life gems, even though they're only the basic ones. But for your Estus, you're always going to have to go back to a bonfire to restore it, and that means killing everything again. So if you can't get to a boss without having enough Estus available to complete the boss fight, then you're not going to be able to actually get to the boss again, I guess is how I'm dealing with it. That's why. So again, you hear that sound in the background of another lever coming up. If we pull this one, what it doesn't affect is make it so that the Halberd Knight actually has to push us completely out of the arena through one of those arches to get us to actually fall off of the arena floor. So it makes it very easy to do that boss fight. Well, not necessarily any easier, but it gives you a lot more room to work with. So again, same strategy for this great sword wielding knight. Just work on him from a distance, get him fairly low. And as you can see, I'm also strafing as I track with him. It gives me a little bit better lead on him with the arrows. So he's going to decide to kind of hesitate on attacking me, which I'll take that. So that just allows me to get in quickly and finish him without being in any risk of that sword. So, and down here before this boss door, there's a small bridge here. Be careful. Again, don't want to drop in and lose all your progress at this point, seeing as you're almost to the boss. Back across. So at this stage, go ahead and pop a humanity. And with how much health I have, I'm just going to let the life ring, the life ring go ahead and do its job of restoring my health. And right here, we have an NPC summon, Masterless Glencore. Again, he can help you with your boss fight. I'm going to do this solo, however. And again, this area, generally you see a lot of summon signs. Actually, summoning in Dark Souls 2 is a lot easier just to find the signs than it was in the original Dark Souls. There seem to be, I'm not sure if it's more people on or just a lot more connectivity going as far as the server integrity goes, but if you're looking for help, almost every boss, there's going to be some actual player available to help you. Alright, so Into the Mist for this non-crucial boss, and we have the Dragon Rider. So, and the strategy for this guy is staying close, try and dodge his attacks. And try and get behind him when, especially on those swiping attacks. If you can get behind, you can actually get a chance to make a few hits. So, and he is actually easier to dodge shield side on this one. And again, first try. So we get the Dragon Rider Soul. This one, through all my playthroughs, has actually been a fairly useful one to hang on to. He gives you a decent bow for both strength and dex builds. It's a C scaling. That's a C scaling for strength, C scaling for dex, and C scaling for intelligence. And the bow does magic and physical damage, I believe. So if you're playing a cleric, this is a somewhat important NPC.
My name is Lycia.